Good morning, everybody. Peter Ciccone, Entrepreneurs Across America. Another installment of Diner Discussions. We're back at the home base. I like to call it Dick Hill's Diner. And if you like this stuff, please like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think. Today I have a guy, a very special guest, the most important man of the summer, actually. He's your heating and air conditioning professional. He makes sure that you're living in comfort. And he gave us a couple of minutes today, and his name is John Raniola, and it's Raniola Mechanical and Maintenance. Plus, he's also a certified Napoleon Hill instructor. So we're in for a great conversation today. John, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
All right, you gave us a few minutes today in June, and I know you got about a dozen air conditioners to get to. So, how's business?
Business is great, especially when we turn into a heat wave or 0 degrees. I've learned a lot out there that people's mindset, they procrastinate and they wait for the last minute, or they buy on panic.
Okay.
So I hate it. Well, I don't like to use that word, but I dislike it because I really would rather be able to do the right job, take my time, and do the job right when I have the time over the winter, on a cooler weather. Besides that, it's a lot cooler to work in an attic in the winter than when it's 100 degrees, sun beating
Sure.
down on it. So we have to go in and out. So my advice with the air conditioning and heating business is don't wait. Don't become the panic, and don't wait for the last minute, and get things going this way.
Okay. The other thing is, okay, that's fun. That's not funny. I know when it's the extremes work for you in terms of business. Okay, your air conditioning breaks. It's 100 degrees out. You had it up on a super high, and you blew something, and now you got to call up Raniola, and you guys have to fix it, or vice versa. It's 0 degrees out, and the heating unit busted. And that drives your business. Without those extremes. My friend of mine is a carpenter, and he said he hasn't advertised in 30 years in business. His main job is fixing other people's problems, and your main job is the extremes drive that business because people do wait, and it's something they don't think about. Oh, it's cold out, it's hot out, turn the air conditioning on. They haven't run it all year. That's, and then boom, there's a problem. And that's what happens. Let's talk about the Napoleon Hill instructor. How'd you get involved in that? How do you incorporate it into your business? And what direction does that take in your life?
Well, like I said before, a lot of decisions are made by our mindsets.
Okay.
So I was born or grew up in a very negative outlook of life and success in business. I was always told, get the secure job, get the government job. And I had that. But I lost myself. I lost who I was. I became very sick, became an alcoholic, drinking away my reality. Because I did not like who I became, so I wanted to drink away my reality at every night. It's what I felt I deserved for working hard. But I realized that for working hard, I deserve to live the life I want. So my mind went into survival mode, and I had to find a way out to better myself, to survive. Because really, my body was so shot that I believe my mind went into survival mode. And I started to search out self-development, things like that. I came across a Napoleon Hill Think and Grow Rich CD, or a package of CDs, and I listened to that. And that's where it changed my life. But many times I would go back to new philosophers and things like that, and I just got to the point where I was searching, and I just felt like I was getting the wrong advice from the new self-development teachers.
Okay.
And I returned back to Napoleon Hill's work.
Go to the granddaddy of them all, right?
That's it. Everyone was speaking about Think and Grow Rich and who Napoleon Hill was and things like that. So I actually, one night, probably drinking, I was searching out Napoleon Hill, and I found out, all of a sudden this internet came up to become a certified instructor. Now, here's the thing about my mind. I always procrastinate. I always push things off. I always did not do things. I never had confidence in myself. But being I was doing the self-development, it started to give me confidence. My mind said, you're going to get certified. I go, what? Why do I want to get certified? I have to study, read, things like that. These are the things I don't want to do. I don't like to read. I don't like to study. I don't like to do these things. Okay, I'll go get certified. And I made that phone call, and actually, who is the president now of the Napoleon Hill Foundation, Don Green, I talked to him. And it was the first time that when you're working on the self-development, you start changing your world, you start changing your surroundings, the people you know, and you start changing your belief system. So I actually thought I was going crazy.
Okay.
Learning the self-development, finding out there's a whole new world out there, a whole new, life and things like that. And when I talked to Don Green, he actually, sat down, over the phone, it felt like I was talking mind to mind. And I was talking to someone that was great and understood my life, my journey, where everyone else couldn't understand that because I stepped out of the old me and went into the new me. But there was no one to teach me. I had to learn this by myself. There was no teachers or no instructors, or I didn't know how to find anyone. Even in Napoleon Hill Foundation, I studied Napoleon Hill over and over again, Googled it, and then all of a sudden I see certified instructor. See, the thing is, when you are ready for something, your mind will show you the way. And that is the secret to success. That's the secret to my business, or a secret to anything in life, is that if you want it, you start putting that energy, your focus towards that, and your mind will teach you. And you could call it the mind, you could call it whatever you want. I don't like labels or things like that. Too many people are blinded by labels and stories.
Is there a way, very quickly, to prepare your mind, to help you along in the journey, or to take away whatever blocks might be obscuring the way? How do you do that? Or the tricks that you've learned that you say you want something, say 3 times? How do you? What are some of the tricks that you use, that you instruct, that you help create a path?
There are many tools. I mean, I put out a book, Self-Healing Become Success. That's my first level of my book, understanding construction, business, things like that. Then I wrote Crisis to Riches, which is taking your mindset from a crisis mindset towards healthier, wealthier, or towards riches, whatever your definition of riches are. And even in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, his first principle is definite a purpose. And he gives you the guideline to write out a purpose. The thing that I have found is many people don't know what their purpose are. And I don't blame them. They don't know who they are. All their lives they've been lied to. This is who you are. This is what you have to become. This is what. This is this. I became my father's definition.
Do you help them find their purpose?
I help people find their purpose.
How do you do that?
It's a journey. It's something that you have to, it's something that you have to give your mind a direction for your mind to develop. See, the thing is, any purpose will help your mind develop, and your mind will teach you if you really learn how to listen and you work in that direction. Now, the thing is, I always tell everyone that your purpose is not always your meaningful purpose. So a lot of times people have a purpose, but they're blinded. It's someone else's definition. But by you working at it and you giving your mind the decision to go there, I want my mind to develop myself in that direction. I want to find that, give that, let me accept that as my reality. Now your mind will start gradually giving you the confidence because you'll be doing stepping stones towards that purpose.
Find quickly the difference between purpose and your meaningful purpose. What do you mean by meaningful?
Well, purpose, like, when I first started, I wanted to be rich. Like, my definition was rich was go drive the fancy car, go to a nightclub, pick up club-type women, and just party and things like that, which I'd probably be dead with the mindset of my old me. But by working that money, by building a business, by doing these things, chasing that money, I got guided into the Napoleon Hill Foundation.
Okay.
And I'd never expected to, I got certified just for the knowledge. I was addicted to the knowledge.
Okay.
I never expected to be speaking around the world. I never was expected that the Napoleon Hill Foundation would invite me to teach the other students. I never expected this. I never even wanted to leave Long Island. So my purpose, building a business to chase money, to make money for that Lamborghini idea, turned into something totally better. Where it's I'm able to go out there and change people's lives. Because if you could change people's lives, you help
And
them
that's your
grow.
meaningful purpose versus I wanted to be rich, and then you found riches in helping other people, and a much more fulfilling existence than living a club life.
Exactly.
All right, John. Thank you for coming down. I appreciate it. It's been a world of knowledge, and I love stories like this. And I'm a fan of Napoleon Hill myself, and we've discussed that. And also another martial artist. So I think we're gonna start our own little sparring club here on Long Island, and compete with Sarah and Longo, Raniola and Ciccone. Well, thank you for coming down, and I've enjoyed it immensely. And thank you, and guys, like and subscribe, and share some comments. And if you want to reach out to John, read one of his books, how do they get you?
You could just look at me, John Raniola, on any social media. My website is Returning to Success. The 2 is a 2 sign, which is returning to success. Taking control of your both worlds, your mental and your physical.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.